and now she's...
Don't mind me. Look at Lalani for 1 second.
Oh my gosh. Hi guys. So, hey Brooklyn. Not your mom, but hey anyway. So today on Six Little Birds Live with Jen and Lalani, we are talking about American Airlines and Thailand. And we're touching just a little tiny bit on Alaska because it's Alaska week on the blog for me. So I'm going to be telling you guys all about Alaska, my trip to Alaska, and how I traveled around the state of Alaska with 28 family members. We did not kill each other. We actually...
Which is impressive because I think with 28 of my family members, for sure we would have killed each other.
No, we actually...
Or at least tried a little bit.
We didn't even try. We actually got along really great. And
Look
it
at
was
all of
super
our friends
fun.
coming in.
Hey guys,
I love
hey
it
friends.
so much.
And so that's on the blog this week. In fact, the first post is up right now for Alaska. So check that out.
And I read it and it kept my attention the whole entire time, so it's a good one.
Which says a lot.
It actually really
Jen,
does.
There's no telling. So today we're actually also going to talk about American Airlines. And I have a bunch of notes because we have some really exciting things to tell you guys.
Brooklyn, 30 minutes.
Okay. And so American Airlines, just so you guys know, is kind of our go-to. Both Jen and I have been longtime rewards members with American Airlines. And send us your questions if you guys want anything answered, and we will answer those at the end. So if you want, just go ahead and type your questions in, and we'll make sure to address those during our live. But Jen and I are longtime American Airlines rewards members, and they're a hub here in Phoenix. So they really are, them and Southwest, kind of our go-tos when it comes to flying. But we actually have started a really great relationship with American Airlines, and they've sent us a few cool, little informational things of new routes and new experiences that they're sending. Jen's gonna just keep saying hi. So the things that American Airlines is doing is they've added some new domestic routes, they've added some new international routes, they've also changed some of their lounges, which is really cool because...
Which is great. When you have long layovers, if you can go in those lounges, it makes those layovers or even your time waiting to get on your plane so much more comfortable.
And we have a spot on our website that's called Airlines at a Glance. And we're going to put all of these slides and information up there. So, and the other really cool thing that I am super excited about is that...
Lalani has all these slides on her phone that we'll also put on our Instagram stories later so you can take a look.
So I'm not trying to be rude. But they have this new thing that's called Premium Economy. And so if you travel internationally, sometimes you don't want to spend the points or the money to be in business class or first class, but you do want a little bit more legroom. And so this Premium Economy class that American Airlines just started offering is a really great option because you get a little more for not nearly as much.
So here's an example of when I think that would be beneficial. We are flying with all of our children to Asia this upcoming fall. And my husband, because we don't want to pay for, first class, business class with any of my children, love you kids, but no way. I feel like it's so hard to cram him because he's a big guy in these seats. So business class, or not business class, but this premium economy class, I think would be beneficial because he would still be close to where we are, but yet give him a little bit more room that he needs for that flight.
It's so true. And so we'll have all of the facts and info about that up on our website so we don't bore you while we're sitting here. But another great way to maximize, if you use points and you plan early, you can oftentimes get these higher class fares for a lot cheaper too.
I know, which is nice. And remember that little tip that Lalani gave you last week about booking far in advance, because the sooner you book your points travel, the lower amount of points it usually is.
Yeah, so the way that works is the airlines generally have so many seats that they allocate at different point values. And so you can usually book your airline about 10 months out before you're planning on traveling. And if you do it right away, you can get a first class seat or business class seat or even your coach class seat for the least number of points, because once those seats are gone at that specific point value, then everything goes up. So it pays to plan ahead, especially with airfare.
And Jared and I, a couple years ago, flew to Singapore and Bali, and we flew first class because we booked a year in advance and used all of our points. I'm not going to lie, it was the best flight I ever took. Like, I didn't even really need to get off the plane. I could have stayed on there for a couple days. It was heaven.
Yeah. That flight sounded amazing. I remember when you told me about that.
It really was. It actually made me never want to fly in the normal seats again. But
So that's that for
good
American.
planning.
We'll have all that information up on the website for you later today. So Thailand. I think you guys all saw it. Jen's awesome.
Last week was Thailand week on the blog.
Jen, what was your number one if you had to choose number one? You can't say pirates. Favorite thing.
I love the pirate. It wasn't pirates, it was one pirate. What was my favorite thing? I'm not gonna lie, like Thailand literally had so many favorite things that when I was writing about it last week, we are headed to Asia in October and Thailand was not on my itinerary and it now is. I put it right back in because I couldn't stand it. So we're flying now from Hong Kong to Thailand
So
to...
why? Like what made Thailand?
Okay,
I've
so...
never been there. So much better than Vietnam or Cambodia because those seem very similar.
There is, I think, a lot of similarities, and we'll see when I get there. But I loved the people, like the people and the food. And what I was telling my kids last night when we've been making our kids research the places that we're going so that they...
It's genius.
Honestly, it's the first time we've ever done it, but with this big of a trip, I feel like they need to go and have some emotional attachment to where we're going. Rather, it's just, I ordered a bunch of books off of Amazon, even some children's books for my kids to read so that they can be familiar with the places we're going, with the people, with the history, so that when they experience it, it's not just something that they comes and goes from their mind. They're already invested a little bit. So we watched a movie, like there's different things. Indiana Jones was filmed, part of it in Cambodia, so we're gonna watch that. But I love the people, I love the food, but like I was saying to my kids, it honestly is like paradise that I've been California, Florida, Cuba, Bahamas, stunning, the water's stunning and amazing, but it is not Thailand.
So interesting.
It's like heaven on earth, like it is so amazing. And that Sri Panwa resort was
unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. We had this big negative edge pool that sat right off of our master bedroom of our room, looking out over the sea. And I'm not kidding you, I probably spent 6 hours a day in that pool. So every free second that I had, my hair was wet for days.
That's awesome.
But it was beautiful.
I think you touched on something really important though, like how to involve your kids in your travels beforehand when you go, because we actually did that when we went to Europe last summer with our boys. And before we went, everyone was assigned a different city. Actually, they were assigned 2 cities, and they had to go through and research out the top food in that place. They also had to research out what the top attractions were, and then they actually were responsible for booking, to some extent, what we were going to do in those cities. And it really, like you said, invested them. So
sure.
We would love to know, what are some ways that you guys invest your kids in your trips when you're going out of town? And also wanted to mention that we're going to be doing a new segment on our blog called Real Moms Travel. And
we're excited about this.
So excited about Real Moms Travel. So actually one of my good friends, Megan Jones, is going to be kind of heading that up for us to start, and she has some amazing ideas about how to involve your kids on long trips. And so that's all going to be coming in the next
on the blog. So what it is what we want is for real moms like you who are traveling to write about your experience. We'll kind of let you take over our account for the week and be able to post about your trip, what you did, what your kids did, what you loved, of different locations. Yes, because honestly, Leilani and I, our travel is pretty extensive, but there's no way that we can get to everywhere right now. And so we would love for you to write about places that you've been and highlight that in this little Real Moms Who Travel. Because our whole point is to help you be inspired to go places, and then we want to know about it. We don't want you to just travel and then us never hear about it again.
Yeah.
We want you to tell us, and we want to share it with other people too.
And create kind of a community of moms and families who are out there traveling the world and sharing our experiences and what works and what doesn't work. And so we're super duper excited, and we're also really excited that Megan's going to head that out up for us. So stay tuned for that. So anything else about Thailand? What was your favorite thing that you ate in Thailand?
So we had one of this day, I wrote about this with Tours with Tom, and when Nawat, who was our guide, showed up in the morning, he started Mom's Oli.
Okay, husbands,
you're totally in.
Real dads who travel.
Maybe real families who travel.
Real families, that's great. Okay, all right. No.
We're in, you're in.
Yep.
Just let us know. That was funny. So Noah asked us in the morning, what did we want to do? And so he really, even though I had booked an itinerary, he catered it to what we wanted to do that day. But he stopped at this little roadside restaurant. Can't tell you what it was called. I don't really know where it was. It was like an hour and a half out of Bangkok. And it was the best Thai food I've ever had in my life. And I'm a super picky eater. But the chicken was like white and shaved. The noodles, the sauces. They brought me mango sticky rice, which I really love mango sticky rice. So that was part of the reason too, that I kind of wanted to stop back in Thailand. Because
she really wants that mango sticky rice.
You can get Thai food in other countries, but it's just not Thailand. I will be interested to see how my kids feel about it, because we're gonna hit Hong Kong, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and how they feel.
In that order?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we fly from Hong Kong to Thailand, which is the farthest, and then kind of work our way back to Hong Kong. And so we're super busy in Hong Kong, really kind of relaxed in Phuket, Thailand, and then super busy in Cambodia, and then really relaxed. I'm gonna make my kids go in these round fishing boats that my 9-year-old keeps saying he's not gonna get in because he's gonna fall out. I'm like, whatever, if you fall out. Have you seen the water? It's amazing. So that's kind of our itinerary, but it'll be busy. So we'll see. I'm interested to see what country they love the most.
Me too. I'm super excited to see about that. So stay tuned, because we have a lot coming on the birds. We'd love to hear from you.
Birds are busy.
We'd love to hear your questions. We also want to announce that we are going to be doing a giveaway. It'll be up on Instagram today. Do you want to talk about that?
So we were actually talking to my daughter, Miss Cute Brooklyn, and asking her what she would want this time for our giveaway, because I can give away stuff all day long that I love, but I thought, what does Brooklyn want? And so she was like, Mom, I really want all of that Bumble and Bumble hair products for when we go on our trip to Cambodia, so that my hair, I don't have to wash it for days, but it's got that beachy, clean, pretty feel. So Brooklyn picked out $100 worth of Bumble and Bumble products, and that's what we're gonna give away. So we'll put exactly what those are on our stories later today.
Yep, the rules will be up. It's basically gonna consist of subscribing to our YouTube channel, following us on Instagram, and then commenting with a fun fact from our Instagram live. So
and tell your friends about the birds.
Yeah, tell us.
Tell your friends.
Tell everybody.
Yeah, tell everyone. That's even better.
Just
Tell everyone.
everybody.
Right, tell the random people at the grocery store that you're talking to.
And if you miss anything on our Instagram live, you can go back and watch it on YouTube, because they're posted up on YouTube. So if there's any facts or tips or things that we had mentioned, they are not lost. They're on YouTube.
And we love your questions, so send them to us. We'll make sure that we answer them in our live. And we hope that as time goes on and this becomes something where you guys are familiar with, that you'll send us your questions during the week and we can continue to answer those, because really we want it to be a big community of all of us, moms and dads, and grandmas and grandpas, and everybody
Just people
who help each other travel. Because with all of us, that is a lot of knowledge and ability to make great things happen.
So true. So true. So happy Monday, friends. We hope you guys have a great day.
Monday. I'm headed to jury duty. Super fun for me.
Today is my kid's first day back at school. So.
Oh, hi, Jackie.
Hey.
Okay, we love you, friends. Happy travels.
See ya.